Your treadmill shouldn't smell like a backyard barbecue, yet 3 years after the home office boom, that is exactly where some people find themselves. We all remember the frantic rush to buy fitness gear when the world shut down and gyms became a distant memory. This specific folding machine seemed like the ultimate savior for anyone living in a tiny apartment. It was marketed as a clever two-in-one solution that could solve the problem of sedentary workdays. It folds down to a profile about 5 inches thick, allowing you to slide it under a bed or hide it behind a sofa with almost no effort at all. It stays impressively quiet during use, usually humming along at a level lower than a standard conversation. This meant you could log your miles during a high-stakes video call without anyone on the other end even noticing. For people who just needed to move their legs without spending a small fortune on gym equipment, it felt like a total win. The setup was a dream, too. You could practically get it out of the box and start walking in less than half an hour. But the honeymoon phase for budget fitness gear often has a very specific expiration date. In this case, that date is exactly 90 days. That is the length of the manufacturer warranty, and it is widely considered one of the shortest coverage periods in the entire fitness industry. If your motor decides to quit on day 91, you are standing on a very expensive piece of scrap metal. When you look at the long-term data from owners who have lived with this machine for 3 full years, a very clear and somewhat alarming pattern starts to emerge. It usually begins with a sudden overload error flashing on the tiny display. This is not just a random glitch, it is a documented hardware failure where the internal plastic components inside the motor housing start to crumble into dust over time. Picture the drive wheel seizing up while you are right in the middle of a brisk walk. Some owners have even reported the belt stopping instantly, followed by the sharp, metallic scent of scorched electronics filling the room. This isn't just a frustrating tech failure. It is a legitimate safety risk that has left more than a few people stumbling toward their desks. The walking deck is also quite cramped for anyone with a larger frame. At only 39 inches long and 16 inches wide, it offers very little room for error. If you are tall or have a naturally long stride, you will constantly feel like you are walking on a narrow balance beam. The moment you try to transition from a slow walk to a light jog, you realize how quickly you run out of runway. Then there is the remote control, which relies on a basic line of sight signal. If you are using this under a standing desk and the sensor is obscured by your tabletop, the remote becomes a redundant piece of plastic. You have to lean over and aim it perfectly just to adjust your pace by a fraction. Even the companion app is a struggle, sitting with a dismal rating and providing a clunky, dated user experience. Yet, despite these glaring flaws, some light users are still getting genuine value out of it 3 years later. The secret to longevity seems to be simple maintenance. If you keep the speed low and remember to lubricate the belt regularly, the machine can actually survive the long haul. It was never meant to be a heavy-duty marathon trainer. It was built for casual steps while you reply to emails. If you treat it like a gym-grade powerhouse, it will fail you. If you treat it like a delicate piece of office equipment, it might actually hold up. The 3-year verdict is finally in, and it really comes down to whether you want a long-term partner or a temporary fix for your floor space.